Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. This fielded right at the goal line. Escapes the defender. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now the rookie's free. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
As the offensive guys trot on the field, you know they're congratulating the special teams guys to get them in great position. And while they're going out there, I'm guessing the quarterback's thinking about taking some good shots at the end zone right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Tua. This one thrown underneath to A-Chain. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
16 yards. 1st down, Miami.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Allen. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge it? This is going to be fun.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Bills at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start with the option. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. Not something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But you look at his defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
In motion is Hardy. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen, eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Cook. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On play action, Allen rolling to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. With pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Going deep for Diggs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Allen. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 21-yard line.
H.A. now up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10. He's going to try and do this himself. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The chance of wasting this great start field position a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now Allen. He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So on fourth down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards.
A 49-yard gain on the play. First down, Dolphins.
A-Chain gets it from the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Now Tua. And that's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Tua now, third and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7.
Dolphins 17.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now stoppage for an injured player. A lot of people holding their breath on this one right now. That's Stephon Diggs who is shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man. Touchdown! From 8 yards out.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 45. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On play action, Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So on fourth down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Taken at the goal line. And just shutting him off there. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. T. Higgins from 6 yards away. And the Bills look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A gain of 15. First down, Miami.
Tua now on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.